Do you ever feel like you're afraid to stand on your own? Today, a cat will teach us the true meaning of independence. Welcome to Tiny Creature Big Lessons. Here, we uncover life-changing wisdom from nature's smallest teachers. Stay with me. This cat's story might just change the way you see yourself. Picture this: a sleek gray cat wandering the neighborhood. Its tail sways gracefully as it moves with purpose, its green eyes scanning every corner. This cat isn't part of anyone's home. It's a stray, yet it doesn't look lost or desperate. Instead, it moves as if the world belongs to it. The cat stops at a fence, calculates the height, and leaps effortlessly. There's no hesitation, no looking back. It's as though the fence never existed. How often do we let obstacles stop us, wondering if we're capable? Yet this cat simply acts, trusting its ability to land on the other side. Later, it crouches in the tall grass, its gaze locked on a small bird. The patience is astounding. Minutes pass, yet the cat doesn't move. When the moment is right, it pounces. It misses, but it doesn't seem discouraged. Instead, it slinks back into the shadows, waiting for the next opportunity. Isn't life the same? We face setbacks, but those who thrive are the ones who persist, who adapt. Like this cat, we must trust our instincts, learn from our failures, and try again. What's striking about this feline is its freedom. It doesn't wait for someone to provide food or shelter. It creates its own path. Compare this to us humans. How often do we rely on others for validation or guidance? This cat doesn't seek permission. It simply lives. As I watch, I can't help but wonder how many of us would thrive if we stopped waiting for someone to save us. What if we trusted our inner strength instead? Even in its quiet moments, this cat exudes confidence. It curls up under a tree, purring softly. There's no sense of loneliness, only peace. It has found contentment within itself. How often do we equate being alone with being lonely? The cat reminds us that independence isn't just about survival. It's about finding joy in solitude and strength in self-reliance. A man walking his dog stops to watch the cat. "It's amazing," he says to a friend. "That cat has no leash, no owner, but it seems happier than most pets I know." His words linger in the air. The cat's independence isn't a disadvantage, it's its superpower. As the sun sets, the cat disappears into the shadows, its silhouette blending into the night. It doesn't need applause or recognition. Its quiet confidence speaks louder than words. Independence, as this cat shows, isn't about rejecting others. It's about knowing you can thrive no matter what. Independence can feel daunting. We often associate it with loneliness, imagining a life without support or connection. But true independence isn't about rejecting others. It's about recognizing that you can thrive on your own. Think about the cat. It doesn't fear the unknown or its solitude. It moves through life with quiet assurance, trusting its instincts. What would your life look like if you carried that same confidence? Many of us wait for external validation, a promotion, a relationship, a word of encouragement to confirm we're capable. But the cat doesn't wait for anyone to tell it it's enough. Its every action reflects an inner belief that it has all it needs to succeed. Imagine if you could silence the doubts in your mind and act with the same unwavering self-reliance. What could you achieve if you stopped seeking permission and simply trusted yourself? We're conditioned to avoid being alone, equating it with failure or emptiness. Yet the cat finds peace in solitude, using it as a time to rest, reflect, and gather strength. What if solitude isn't something to fear, but a gift, a moment to connect with yourself? When was the last time you sat quietly, without distraction, and truly appreciated your own company? Life will always present challenges, just like the bird that escaped the cat's grasp. But the cat doesn't dwell on its losses. It adjusts, learns, and tries again. How often do we let failure define us instead of seeing it as a stepping stone to growth? Independence isn't about never failing. It's about having the courage to keep moving, knowing you have the strength to overcome whatever lies ahead. At its core, independence is about realizing that you are enough. Like the cat, you have the tools, instincts, and resilience to navigate the uncertainties of life. The question isn't whether you're capable, it's whether you believe in yourself enough to try. How would your life change if you trusted your own strength, just as that cat does every single day? How many times have you hesitated, waiting for someone else to make the first move? Maybe you stayed in a job you outgrew because the thought of starting over felt too overwhelming. Or perhaps you clung to a relationship out of fear of being alone, even though it no longer brought you joy. These are the chains of dependence, the belief that we can't survive without others to lean on. But the truth is, just like the cat, you have everything you need to thrive. Independence doesn't mean walking away from people. It means knowing that your worth isn't tied to them. Fear often whispers, "What if you don't make it on your own?" It's a powerful voice, one that keeps us trapped in places that no longer serve us. Imagine the single parent, afraid to leave a toxic partner because of the uncertainty ahead, or the aspiring entrepreneur who won't launch their idea because they're scared of rejection. These fears are valid, but they're not truths. The cat doesn't ask itself, "What if I fall?" It trusts that it can land on its feet, even if the jump is high. What risks could you take if you believed the same about yourself? Society often pressures us to follow a certain script: go to school, get a secure job, settle down, and live a predictable life. But what happens when that script doesn't align with your dreams? Maybe you've always wanted to travel the world, start a creative career, or take a break to rediscover yourself. But the fear of judgment holds you back. The cat doesn't live by anyone else's expectations. It walks its own path, unapologetically. What would your life look like if you stopped seeking approval and started living for yourself? Think about a time when you trusted your instincts and it paid off. Maybe it was the moment you left a dead-end job, took a leap into a new city, or spoke up for yourself for the first time. That feeling, that rush of freedom, is what independence offers. It's not about having all the answers. It's about believing you'll figure them out along the way. The cat doesn't wait for a perfect moment to act. It creates its own. So why not take that leap? Why not trust yourself to find your way, no matter how uncertain the path may seem? If this story inspired you, subscribe to Tiny Creature Big Lessons. Share this video with someone who needs a reminder of their inner strength, and give it a like if you're ready to embrace your independence.